And once somebody in there come in there and take a shit on it, or in the manosphere, or it looks stupid, you'll see all these content creators who've been using these keywords and their freaking tags to get SEO optimization to trigger the algorithm to get views. Say, oh, I'm not a part of that, because that guy right there looks foolish in the space. So I'm going to say I'm not a part of it. But it's not about you saying you're not a part about it. It's about perception. It's about people looking on the outside and being able to relate your talking points and your philosophy and your ideology and intersect it with other people who talk similar. So you kind of fall into it.
So doesn't that mean not me, but smart dudes are using that dumb shit in order to grow in the algorithm and get the hell out? Which means they don't necessarily believe in it.
It's the same thing as black people. You got black people that don't want to associate themselves as a black person because they see black people out here in Chicago in the streets.
But the thing, but if it's an actual doctrine that y'all say, people don't believe in the shit. So because the higher up people in this manosphere crap,
higher up people,
huh?
Yeah, who are those people? Who are the higher ups that you're talking about?
I don't know. The only people I can think of is NPR, Kevin Samuels.
You have to stop talking about something you don't know about.
Sweeney, calm down.
It's better to ask a question first.
Calm down. Can you
ask
calm down?
Questions.
Calm down.
You are literally saying you don't know to the man.
You don't know.
Can y'all let me? Manosphere, don't talk about the man.
Nobody's telling you not to talk about it, but you gotta at least know.
Can y'all calm down? I'm sorry, I'm talking about y'all daddy. I'm sorry.
You ain't talking about mine. Mine absolutely not.
I'm talking about your daddy. Sorry. Can I talk, please? Can I talk? I'm sorry. I'm not talking about y'all little white daddy.
I'll let him finish, and I think somebody had a question down below. So go ahead.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, O'Shea Duke Jackson ain't in it. Kevin Samuels said he wasn't in it. MTR said he wasn't in it, and I can't think of anybody else. So the biggest people that actually blew up from it ain't claiming it. And this is something that is important for a lot of men to understand. The dudes that actually grow in it disavow it the second they get what they want. It's like getting with a chick, acting like he in a relationship with her, and once he gets his nut, he out. So these dudes are using these goofballs in order to blow up in the algorithm, and then they out. That means it's not a doctrine, it's a whore thing to use. It's like a coochie or some shit.
But see, Lego, that's what we're trying to tell you. It's not something that you say that you are doctrine. And you're not, and then you get a icon over your head or a badge, a symbol that says, "Oh, I am red." It's an ideology. It's a philosophy that you embrace in how you talk and how you think. It's not something that, oh, I'm red pill. Okay, so now everybody know I identify. It's not like you can choose.
It's a vagina.
Hold on real quick. It's not like it's a sexual preference you choose or something like that. It's almost like as if you're an ethnicity almost similar to that. So like I'm with the black culture, but if I see black people behave, if I see a whole bunch of teenagers go out in Chicago and start beating up people and acting foolish, I may want to say, hey, look, I'm no longer identify as that culture or ethnicity. I'm separating myself because I don't like it. So it's similar to that. You get what I'm saying? And if I do behave that way, I don't have to say I'm a heathen or I'm a knucklehead. It just comes with association based on my behavior and what I do as far as my actions.
But that's why I said that. That's why I say that men have to, the men that like yourself that could articulate it in that way have to then be a little bit more vocal and a little bit more out front, because unfortunately all you get on your timeline is men complaining about women, what these women are not doing, what they're not bringing to the table. Like it just sounds like whining. So the men that really understands it should then, be like, okay, that's a whole different thing over there. This is really what the doctrine is about.
But then, Leah, you know what that goes into, to be honest with you, and Nicole, I want to throw this to you as well. Let's be honest. Human nature is predisposed to click on BS and nonsense, right? Let's be honest, because and everybody, right? It's almost what this sounds very similar to is everybody knows I'm a Christian, right? Diehard Christian. But if people are taking the banner of Christianity and then committing the crusades, which God never condones violence of any kind unless he authorizes it, but people are adopting the Manosphere banner, using it to accomplish some particular task. And then the second that it becomes, that's where Let Go has some degree of a small point. There's some of them are just cutting it off once they've accomplished a task. But there is an objective definition upon which to base what the Red Pill Society is. Nicole, would you agree with that, or that the message has been kind of muddled in today's society? What would you say?
I mean, honestly, about the Manosphere and Red Pill, for Black men, I really don't understand the benefit. I've been asking this question all over social media, and I've always gotten nothing. I asked it today. What's the point? What have Black men built as a result of being
Nothing.
a part of the Manosphere and Red Pill? And you know what? You know what, Mr. Lego? I have to agree with you. There was a guy who attended Harvard, and he built he by himself revolutionized social media as we see it today, all because he was rejected by a girl. The next guy said, you know what? I want to compete with that guy she chose who is on the crew team. And because I'm not athletic or as good looking as him, I'm going to compete with my brain. He revolutionized single-handedly the music industry by creating Napster. The previous guy created Facebook. So I've been asking Black men on Clubhouse, mainly, because I don't really want to talk about that on my channel. What exactly have Black men learned, gained, built from being a part of it? Okay, so you understand women now. So what have you learned and what have you built?
Not
and
a
what
damn thing.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you so much.
What have you
This
done?
is what I'm saying. These users ain't built nothing. And then when somebody actually does blow up, they don't claim the shit. They run away from it.
Kevin
What kind of dumb shit is nowhere in the hell I will be part of this dumb shit, because whenever somebody actually becomes a boss of it, they don't want to be the boss of it.
They want to
Think about that.
disengage.
All right, let me go ahead and get Sweeney in there real quick. And
Manosphere is like a big ass vagina.
Go ahead, Sweeney.
Okay. It is what it is. Y'all, I mean, I can't sit here and I'm not here to defend the Manosphere. It is what it is at this point, because y'all just wilding.
I just asked.
I don't. You asked a question, but it's disingenuous, because you're asking, well, what have y'all built from it? Well, we're here for it because of it.
Wait, what?
We're literally don't interrupt. We're literally on this podcast right now because of the Manosphere. A bunch of people coming together having conversations about these relationships, things that y'all never heard men talk about. Y'all finally get to hear us. And to answer Leah, there are men that were very vocal, and the women still didn't listen. In fact, they celebrated one of their deaths. They celebrated a few of their deaths. So whether these men sit there and try to disassociate themselves or whatever, if somebody doesn't like what you got to say, which is pretty much the overall position of the Manosphere, women largely just don't fuck with it.